I am Chinese and I am learning English for pass the IELTS exam by myself now. I have full-time work, so I only study English in free time. I imagine one day I can go outside to live and have a different life. Nowadays, my destination is Canada. I think most difficult part about my learning is my vocabulary is too scant. Learn today. She learned the word scant. He or she learned the word scant today. I even do not have any solutions about it. Every day I learn 50 new words and review 70 old ones, but most of it will be forgotten next day. In my normal life, I almost did not use English. I come this place to communicate. It is very convenient in my country. So I suppose if anyone has some time to chat with me in everyday English, just like normal talk, whether this will helpful for us learning English, I don't know. I just have a thought. How do you guys improve the vocabulary? Do you have some good effort? New learned today. Oh, she learned effort today. Thank you for watching and point my mistakes. Okay. So this one, here's the thing about a lot of English learners is that a lot of people think that they need to just learn more words and learn more words and learn more words, when in fact that's good to do, but the focus probably shouldn't be on that. And when you are learning words, at least you should be doing two things at the same time. A big problem is just learning vocabulary lists by themselves. Now, that's not to say you can't use flashcards or you can't do it that way if you're in a hurry, right? But if you want to really master words, right? This person even said that he or she forgot the words very quickly. Well, why? Because they're not being used. So the biggest piece of advice I can give there would be to feed two birds with one scone. In other words, yeah, the problem is you learn the words and you don't remember. So it sounds to me like you're wasting a huge amount of your time. And it seems like an easy activity to just sit there and learn words. But why don't you do two things, which is going to help you learn the words better as well? Maybe you practice your writing for IELTS and your vocabulary at the same time. So you look at an IELTS writing prompt, right? You make a short outline and then you write your IELTS writing answer. And you try then to find synonyms for 5 simple words. So you have simple words that you've used and you try to find a word that's going to fit into any 5 words, not any 5, but 5 of the words in your written composition. But to know if they fit naturally, you have to research the word, look at example sentences that include that word, make sure the sense is correct, and you're forcing yourself to explore the different meanings of the word and to explore the usage of the word. So you're not just memorizing it. The benefit of that is that you also then can see yourself using it. The thing that causes you to forget is that it has no application. It goes in, it goes out. Now you've actually clicked it into a sentence. Click, there it is. It's part of a sentence. And you can see it in the sentence that you made. So by attaching it to meaning, a word attached to meaning, used in a context, it's much more likely to stay in your brain. And you're going to be less likely to forget it. The more you use a word, the easier it is to remember. After you use it 3, 4, 5 times, you'll be able to recall it anytime you need. More importantly, not just recall it, but recall how to use it correctly. And the process for doing that, there are different ways to do it. But here would be to include those new words in your written composition. So then you're also working on your writing. You go through your writing and you see what you can improve. The key is to not make vocabulary the primary focus of your IELTS practice. That's a big mistake. And, just looking at this, I can see that this person has spent 0 time working on their writing skills. So they're going to take the IELTS exam and use maybe 20 fancy words, but they're going to fail terribly In the writing section, at least, because they don't even have basic punctuation, right? I always has to be capitalized. This is a period from this is a Chinese period. There's no space between the punctuation, where's for example, the comma here. So that just very basic stuff. And then making the writing clear, making sentences a little shorter perhaps, or connecting sentences together in interesting ways. There are a lot of actually simple sentence patterns that you can memorize. You can memorize the patterns, and that's going to improve your writing a lot too. So you have to approach an exam like IELTS with a bigger picture. You have to approach an exam like IELTS with a view toward improving your skill overall, which, yes, includes vocabulary, but also includes basic punctuation, simple writing techniques and sentence patterns. And when it comes to the speaking part, how to express opinions about things and link thoughts together, organize your thoughts as you're speaking. It's much more than just studying vocabulary. And if you just study vocabulary, you're not going to do well on the IELTS exam, or any exam for that matter.